All right, well, we're ready for our second day of this writing prompt. And so yesterday you picked a topic, you picked a food that you wanted to write about. I picked sushi. You came up with a main idea sentence, and then you wrote two topic sentences. Now today what we're going to do is we're going to write our first paragraph. We're going to do an introduction, okay? Now I want you to remember too, there's going to be some things that maybe you didn't do right, or maybe you forgot to capitalize or something. I'm going to be sending these back a lot. So don't get your feelings hurt if I return something to you with a note that says fix it. That's called editing. So I want to help you. So we're not going to do a whole lot else in ELA this week, but this, because you're probably going to have to do a lot of fixing on it. All right. So we're going to be focusing mainly on writing in ELA this week. And so that's why we are working so hard each day on this. And that's why I'm not giving you something else to do for ELA, because I need you to be prepared for the writing prompt on Tuesday. So we did some planning yesterday. This is our pre-writing, our planning. Okay. You could do a graphic organizer. You could do however you wanted. You could draw a Venn diagram. When you're planning your essay, there's lots of strategies for planning. I just tried to keep it simple like this. Okay. Now, what we're going to do today is try to get an introduction paragraph written. When we do an introduction paragraph, remember, this is the first thing that the reader is going to read. Okay. So we want to come up with a first sentence that's really going to grab their attention. I like to call this first sentence of an essay a grabber because it grabs their attention. So we're going to come up with something exciting, some kind of sentence to start our essay that's going to really get their attention. Now, I'm going to go, and I want you to, mine's a little smaller than yours, so you're going to have to go to the next page when you start typing this, okay? And the very first thing I want you to type today is your grabber. Now, when we type a paragraph or write it, if you're writing it at school next week, we indent. I didn't mean to indent that far. Let's indent a little bit. Why is it indenting all the way over to the whole half of the page? I don't know. You usually can just hit tab, but mine was indenting all the way over, so I just hit the space bar 5 times. Indent about as wide as your finger is. If you're writing, you want to put your finger down and indent. Usually that's good. Okay. So I'm indenting my paragraph. Now I'm going to start off with my grabber to grab the people's attention. My main idea is my topic is sushi. What could I say about sushi to really grab their attention? So spend some time thinking about what kind of sentence you could start your essay with. What do I know about sushi? Sometimes it's got raw fish in it. Sometimes it's got eel on it. Crab. Sometimes it's raw. Sometimes it's cooked. Sometimes it's just vegetarian. Oh, there we go. That gave me a thought. So I might say something like meat or vegetarian. Something about either if you like meat or if you like vegetables, I've got the perfect food for you. If I said something like that, they're going to go, well, what is it? Okay. So I think I came up with my grabber now. So we could use some science word even and kind of do some wordplay. So are you carnivorous? What's carnivore? It's somebody who eats meat, right? Animal eats meat. Are you are you an herbivore? One that eats just vegetables? Or are you an omnivore? Okay. And then I can say, no matter which you are, I have the perfect food for you. You think that's a good grabber? It starts off with questions. It gets the reader thinking, are you carnivorous? Are you an herbivore? Are you an omnivore? No matter which you are, I have the perfect food for you. If I read that, I would think, okay, what is the food they're going to tell me about? What's the perfect food for me? So maybe you want to start yours similar to that. You don't have to use anything like that, but you want a first sentence. I know that's more than one sentence, but it grabs their attention. Do something at the beginning of your essay to grab the reader's attention. And then I want to tell what it is. And I'm going to go back right here and I'm going to put my main idea. Sushi is delicious and more people should try it. So right here, I'm going to put my main idea. Sushi is delicious and more people should try it. Okay. Now that I have my grabber, I have my main idea put into my paragraph, I'm going to incorporate my topic sentences somehow. So sushi is made of food you already eat. Sushi is a very healthy food choice. Okay. Sushi is delicious. More people should try it. Then I'm going to say, so something about it's made with food that you already eat. So some people may think sushi is gross, but it's made with food you already eat. And what was my second one? I've already forgotten. Okay, and then it's a healthy food choice. Sushi is also a lot more healthy than what would we say, than a slice of pizza. And then I could say something like want to find out more, read on, something like that. Okay, so you put a little voice in it, I think is okay. Now, one thing I was thinking, and you kind of constantly think as you're writing your essay. Somebody told me one time who was a very successful businessman who gave speeches all the time. It's my father-in-law, actually. He's not alive anymore, but he was a very successful businessman. He was the vice president of a very big company in town. He made hundreds of thousands of dollars in his job, and he would travel around the world giving speeches. And he told me one time, when you're giving a speech or when you're writing a paper, he said this to me. He said, tell the people what you're going to tell them about, and then tell them about it, and then tell them what you told them about. So that kind of makes sense. Our introduction paragraph is telling them what we're going to tell them about. And then we're going to tell them about them, and tell them about it, the rest of the paper. And then if we wrote a conclusion paragraph, we would remind them of what we told them about. That makes sense, doesn't it? That's kind of how you plan your essay. No, but you got to constantly be thinking as you're writing, not just write, but constantly thinking about what's going to be next. What am I going to tell them about? So I need to tell them what I'm going to tell them about. That's what we're doing today. You're telling them in this paper what you're going to tell them about. But now, as I was writing, I was thinking about those first three questions I wrote. Are you carnivorous? Are you an herbivore? Or are you an omnivore? No matter which you are, I have perfect food for you. I didn't really say why sushi is a perfect food for that. Okay, so I better put something in to answer these three questions. Sushi can be I don't think I should put it there. I think sushi is delicious. More people should try it. I think I should put here. Sushi can be made from all veggies, or you can add some meat. Period. Now I told why I answer those questions. So let me read my introduction paragraph. So, are you carnivorous? Are you an herbivore? Or are you an omnivore? No matter which you are, I have the perfect food for you. Sushi is delicious and more people should try it. Sushi can be made from veggies, or you can add some meat. Some people may think sushi is gross, but it's made with food you already eat. Sushi is also a lot more healthy than a slice of pizza. Want to find out more? Read on. I'm going to think I'm going to change mine again, because after reading it, I think this paragraph goes better at the end of the paragraph, and I don't think I'm going to end it like I have it ended. I'm going to put edit. I'm going to cut that out there. And I'm going to put it right here. And I want to take off this part. I don't think I like that. And that's okay. We're just making our paper better as we read through it. So go back and reread your paragraph and see if you can make it better. Now let's see how it sounds. Are you carnivorous? Are you an herbivore? Or are you an omnivore? Now that I'm thinking about this, sushi has veggies or rice at least. It's never just meat. So I don't think I can say that. So I'm going to take that part out. Are you an herbivore or are you an omnivore? No matter which you are, I have the perfect food for you. Sushi can be made from all veggies, or you can add some meat. Some people may think sushi is gross, but it's made with food you already eat. Sushi is a lot more healthier than a slice of pizza. Sushi is delicious and more people should try it. I'm happy with that. That's a good introduction paragraph in my opinion. So I've got mine done. I want you to give yours a try today. Remember, go on down to the next page and start your essay. Give me a grabber of some kind. Throw in kind of something about your topic sentence. Tell them what you're going to tell them about in this introduction paragraph. Try to have at least 4 or 5 sentences for me, okay? Main thing is 2 things I'm going to be looking for as I grade these. And if you don't have these, I'm going to send it back to you today and remind you to do it. Give me some kind of great sentence to begin it. And then tell me what you're going to tell me about. Use your topic sentences from yesterday and add them to your paragraph. You're not going to have to do a different page every day. I want to send this back to you every day for you to add the next paragraph. So after I grade it or read over it, I will send it back to you. And unless I tell you to do something and fix it and send it back, then you can just keep it until the next day, okay? So you'll see what I mean. It won't be confusing. It'll stay posted all week long, so no stress. Okay, get on this introduction paragraph. I'm excited to read some good paragraphs today. Again, you can do sushi if you want, but I'd love to read some different topics that you're going to write about. Have fun.